I will never understand the mindset of inshallah on Monday. Inshallah, I will start in January. Maybe when I come back from vacation. Maybe when I find a better time. Maybe when I'm feeling better. Maybe when the kids are off holiday. Maybe when the kids are back in school. Why are you always waiting for the perfect time? If you're someone that is always waiting for Monday, always waiting for a better day, always waiting for a better mood, I promise you, your 2026 is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be a copy and paste of 2025. What's wrong with starting on a random December day? Why are we waiting until January? Those of you that have a habit of waiting for the perfect time are also the same people that will never be in shape. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I would love for it ideally to be true that ladies that procrastinate and wait actually eventually do get in shape. The majority of the time they don't. And those ladies that are always procrastinating are always also the same ones that have big goals, big things that they want to achieve. I want to lose 30 kilos, but I'll start on Monday. The audacity. Fitness does not need the perfect time. Not just fitness, you can apply this across anything. You do not need the perfect time to start something amazing. You do not need the perfect time to start working towards your goals. You just need to have the perfect, not even the perfect mindset. If you just have 70% of the right mindset, you're already there. If you've had a bad breakfast this morning, you could actually have a healthier lunch. You don't need to wait until tomorrow to start again. Being healthy and fit does not mean you need to be perfect all the time. Just because you slipped up once, it doesn't mean that now you're no longer healthy and you're no longer fit. These are normal days. I have those days. Fitness is simply an overall lifestyle on a week-to-week basis. It means that you are doing the right thing 80% of the time. It means 80% of your meals are healthy and 20% of them are not. Some of you guys are really overthinking, and that's why you're still overweight. Oh, I need to buy dumbbells. I need to buy a treadmill. I need to buy a walking pad. I need to go shopping. You literally do not need to do anything. If you're someone that's trying to lose fat and get fit, literally all you need to do is portion control and start moving a little bit more. And you can do that in any circumstance. For those of you that are trying to lose fat, I don't know why we're waiting until January to eat less. Can you just make that make sense? Like, you know, when you say it out loud, it sounds dumb. It actually sounds dumb. Why are we waiting until January to take a walk outside? Why are we waiting until next week to eat an apple? Like, it just does not make sense to me. This whole mindset, this self-limiting belief that you have that you can't do it, and using I will start at this time as an excuse, you're not going to start at that time. It will just be another failed week, another failed day, another failed journey. And these are very stern words that I give to ladies that are always on the edge about changing their life. Is they want to change their life, but always want to feel comfortable first. Let me just tell you something that someone else is not going to tell you. You're not ever going to feel comfortable and ready. And I think that applies to a lot of things. Just get started. Don't overthink it. If you're watching this video, pick up yourself. When you're done watching this video, get up and go for a walk. It doesn't mean that you need to now formally tell yourself, I'm now on a weight loss journey. I'm now on a fitness journey. No. Don't make it a thing. The reason why you're so overwhelmed by finally taking that step to actually make a change is literally because you're overthinking it and you're making it very formal. It doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't have to be aesthetic. Some of you guys are waiting to do a workout because you need to buy gym gear. Some of you guys are waiting to order cute gym clothes because you want to work out in your cute gym clothes. You can actually work out in your pajamas. You can actually work out in your house dress. Don't make it complicated. The more complicated you make your weight loss journey and your fitness journey in general, the longer this journey is going to take. I'm a coach myself, and even I have bad days. But when I have bad days, I've got my walking pad literally right here. And I will walk on my walking pad before bed in my PJs. It's not about being aesthetic. It's not about you looking the part or feeling the part. You're never going to look or feel the part. Sometimes you might, but that should not be your main driver. So here's some advice. Stop waiting for your gym gear to come through the post. Stop waiting for the perfect day. Stop waiting for the perfect weather. Stop waiting to go food shopping. Stop waiting for all these excuses that you've put in place as to the reasons why you can't start. Even a lot of the times when a new lady joins my coaching program, she's like, oh, can I start next week because I need to go food shopping? No, we're eliminating that mindset. You don't need to go food shopping. We're going to start from where you are right now. It means that we are going to start eating less immediately. We're going to start tracking your calories immediately from whatever it is that you're eating already. You don't need to make any fancy food choices. You don't need to buy any fancy protein shakes. You don't need anything fancy. You just need a mindset to simply start. So if you're someone that's on the edge and wondering when is a good time to start, it's today. You've seen this video now. Now is your time to start. Because those of you that have this mindset are still going to carry the same mindset into 2026. Always waiting for the perfect time, the perfect circumstance. Now, obviously, this does not apply if you're someone who, for example, has just had a surgery, has had a C-section, has just had a baby. This is not applicable to you. That definitely requires a certain time frame. But if you're just the average lady sitting around wondering when is the perfect time to start, and I can't start because I live with my parents and I can't count calories from the food that my parents make, and all these different excuses that you have under the sun, is absolutely pathetic. You do not need a good day to start tracking your calories. You do not need the perfect opportunity to finally do things perfect. The reason why you keep failing is because you keep aiming for perfection. You are never going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. The best athletes are not perfect. You are going to have days and times where things are not going to look aesthetic and things that are just not going to be amazing. And that's okay. No, you don't need to have eggs on your little sourdough toast and your avocado. And I think a lot of this comes from social media as well, is having that image of fitness, of how it's supposed to look, how it's supposed to be. That is completely unrealistic. Even with my clients, I show them all the time what my working place looks like. Where I work is sometimes an absolute mess. It doesn't look aesthetic, but I have to get the job done. If you want to be consistent and successful in something, you have to keep showing up regardless of what's going on. If you want to find a way, you will. And if not, then you'll just find an excuse. Some of you guys are watching this video and maybe your kids are off school right now. And you're wondering, is this a good time? I want to make sure I do things right whilst my kids are in school and I can be focused. You can be semi-focused. And also, just a little side note, your kids are actually a part of your life. You better get used to the idea of them being around and you still staying on track. Some of you guys can only stay on track in the perfect time where you're by yourself, in your own environment, in your own comfort zone. And that's the reason why you keep falling off. You actually don't know how to stay fit and stay healthy when there's other people around, when your husband's around, when your kids are around, when you go to your mum's house, when you go to a wedding, or when you travel, because you're only ever doing things when the circumstance is perfect. Throw yourself in a deep end, challenge yourself. You've not done a special shopping. You don't have a proper workout plan. You don't have a meal plan, which I don't really believe in anyway. You don't know how many calories you're really supposed to have. You don't really know how to track calories, but you're going to start today anyway. And that's okay. And guess what? You are going to get it wrong. And you are going to make mistakes. But you would have made progress. You would have been better than where you were yesterday. Because yesterday you did jack. Yesterday you did nothing. Today you're doing something that is one step towards your goals. And as you start picking up small habits, you can do a little bit of research, find out how to count calories properly. You don't need to wait until you have everything in place to finally start. You just need to start. So if you're a lady that has been struggling to get started because you've been completely overthinking your entire fitness journey, because you've been waiting for the perfect time and the perfect instance and the perfect weather and the perfect circumstance, this is the time that you're going to stop doing that. We're not taking that with us to 2026. Because I promise you, if you're doing that right now, as we speak, if you're someone that is waiting for the perfect time right now, I will promise you, wallahi, you will spend the entire 2026 doing the same thing. You've already done it the whole 2025. Do something different. Do something different. And I have been shouting this from the rooftops on my YouTube and on my Instagram right from the beginning. If you want to see some changes, you're going to have to make some changes. So doing whatever you were doing before, like this 2025, that didn't work. That's not going to work. And sometimes you need to come to terms with yourself and ask yourself, what did I do this 2025? What worked? Nothing, because you're still here and overweight. If you've ended 2025 where you're still overweight and you're still unfit and everything that you tried this year didn't get you to where you wanted to be, you need to throw that concept in the bin. Obviously, all of those things that you tried did not work, and that is not coming with us to 2026. Try something different, like starting today, like tracking your calories, like questioning your mindset as to why you don't want to get started immediately. Whenever you feel like, oh, I want to start in January the 1st, question why you want to start January the 1st. Why are we starting in January the 1st? What is happening in January that's not currently happening now? And I don't care if you're someone that says, oh, well, the kids are off and I just feel like I'll be in a better mindset. You better get used to the idea of doing things when you're not in a very good mindset, because that's going to be 70% of your entire journey. You're not going to be motivated, you're not going to be energetic, and you're not going to want to do this. That is 70% of the time. I don't know who sold the whole idea of feeling motivated all the time and I feel amazing and I can't wait to do this. Doesn't feel like that most of the time. Especially if you're a mom or if you're a working lady who has a lot of other responsibilities, there is never going to be the perfect time. You better just get used to the idea of being on your fitness journey under pressure and when you don't feel comfortable and when you don't really feel like doing it. And that's okay, because this is life. Because I'll tell you when you will feel like doing it, when you're in your 50s or 60s, when you finally have the time, but what you don't have is the energy and what you don't have is the body for it. You'll have the mindset, but it'll be too late. So don't be a lady that is waiting until January. Be different. Do something different. And for those of you that are wondering, do I need a coach? You probably do. And that's why I'm here. And for those of you that feel like you're completely stuck, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't know how to get started, you have no tools, go on my Instagram at Mariam Motivates, DM me the word help and tell me that you came in from my YouTube. I'll give you advice myself on a personal basis. There must be like a shaitan specifically just for fitness. The one that comes to tell you, do it later. It's fine, there'll be another time. No, don't worry, you could do this tomorrow. There is always something or someone telling you that now is not a good time. Now is a good time. Don't look for something fresh and something new. You know what it is? And a lot of people don't want to come to terms with this, is the excitement that you get from finally taking the step to do something new. That is what a lot of you guys are after. And unfortunately, that feeling doesn't last very long. And then fitness starts to become boring and your healthy lifestyle is just boring. It's not exciting anymore. And that's when you fall off, because you have created a sense of unrealistic expectations of what your fitness journey is supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel new and exciting and I'm on this journey. Nope, it doesn't feel like that most of the time. And that's okay. I've got clients that I've been working with for over a year and they would literally tell you the same thing. But is it nice to get the results and you feel absolutely amazing because you're bloody shredded and you feel like you're the most confident you've ever been? Absolutely. It's the best feeling in the world. But the realistic advice that I'd like to give you is that get comfortable with the idea of doing the things that you don't like in order to get the results that you want. So starting whenever it's inconvenient, doing the things that you don't really want to do. You don't really feel like doing the exercise, but you do it anyway. You don't really want to walk, but you do it anyway. You don't really want to eat healthy, but you do it anyway. And it's okay to do these things. Don't overthink it. I would literally apply the 5-second rule. So when I know that I need to get dressed and go to the gym, I will apply the 5-second rule. So that means I'll count down from 5. When I get to 1, I need to get up. I need to stand up and I go and do what needs to be done. The more time you give things to marinate in your head, the more time you give things the time to think about, the more likely you're not going to do it. Because your brain will always give you reasons why that you need to stay in your comfort zone. Because your brain doesn't want you to try something new. Sometimes it even gives you a little bit of anxiety. So if you're here watching this, please, if you are on the edge of starting your fitness journey, you apply the 5-second rule now. And I'm going to count down for you. Get up and do something now. That could be going to make a healthy meal. It means going out to do a walk. If you're in your bed, get up and do some stretches, or simply just planning your meals for tomorrow. So let's apply the 5-second rule now. I'm going to count down from 5 and then I'm going to stop this video and you're going to go and do what needs to be done. So that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.